Believe Me, the abduction of Lisa Mination recap. Have you ever been falsely accused of something you didn't do, and at that moment none of your family or friends stand by you? That's exactly what happens to 17-year-old Lisa, who lives with her grandmother. This film is based on a true story about Bobby Joe Long, who kidnapped Lisa in 1984 and kept her for weeks. The film is titled Believe Me. 17-year-old Lisa has seen countless terrible things in her life, but the worst part is when her family doesn't support or believe her, which is why the film is called Believe Me. Let's start the story. The story begins in a town in Florida, showing a cafe where a girl named Lisa works. Lisa talks kindly to every customer, making her boss very happy, which is why he promotes her to the front counter. After finishing her job, Lisa, like every day, rides her bicycle home. She appears quite sad, and as she rides on a deserted road, she sees a car that makes her uncomfortable. Feeling uneasy, she pedals quickly to her grandmother's house. This isn't Lisa's home. She lives with her grandmother, as I mentioned earlier. Lisa's grandmother lives with her boyfriend, Boris. Because Boris financially supports Lisa's grandmother, he spends every night with Lisa. Lisa dislikes Boris and her grandmother. This situation constantly haunts Lisa's mind. One night, when Lisa returns home, she writes a note out of frustration but lacks the courage to act on it. We also learn that when Lisa was 14, her mom sent her to live with her grandmother. Lisa believed her grandmother's financial situation wasn't good, so she gave her entire salary to avoid Boris's help. But even after 2 years, nothing has changed. One day, while talking to her older sister, Lisa says, "I don't like it here, and I don't want to stay here." But her sister is helpless because there's nothing she can do. When Lisa tells her mom about this, her mom refuses, saying that Lisa must take care of her grandmother, which is why she was sent there. Lisa's mom's words make it seem like she doesn't care about Lisa at all. Lisa's life was already difficult, making her constantly troubled, but this was just the beginning. Her life was about to get even worse. A few more days pass, and one day, while Lisa is returning home from the cafe, she again sees the same car she saw a few nights ago. As Lisa looks at the car, a man gets out and grabs her. He takes her into his car, blindfolds her, and takes her to a deserted area. This terrifies Lisa, but the man takes her to his home and keeps her there. He does this every day for a week, making Lisa realize that he is a psycho. However, this wasn't new to Lisa because similar things happened to her at her grandmother's house. Lisa wants to escape first and uses her wits. She starts talking to the psycho Bobby, kindly and apologetically, suggesting that a girl might have cheated on him, causing his actions. Bobby gradually falls for her words. Meanwhile, Lisa's grandmother files a missing report at the police station, and the police begin their investigation, starting with the cafe where Lisa worked. The cafe boss tells the police that Lisa was a good girl and couldn't have run away. Something bad must have happened. Another officer visits Lisa's mom, who suggests that Lisa might have run away with her boyfriend. Seeing Lisa's mom's behavior, it's clear how terrible she is. After hearing her mom's words, the officer starts to leave, but Lisa's sister stops him, echoing the cafe owner's sentiment that Lisa would never run away. Something bad must have happened. The scene changes to Bobby's apartment, where he keeps Lisa. Despite this, Lisa doesn't lose hope and tries to gain Bobby's trust by touching his face frequently to remember his appearance. She praises him, trying to win his trust. She also lies about her dad being ill, hoping to evoke Bobby's pity and be released. Bobby stays with her 24/7, so Lisa pretends to use the bathroom and leaves evidence like fingerprints and hair strands to prove her presence. When Bobby realizes Lisa has locked the bathroom door from inside, he breaks in, but Lisa acts normal again. One day, when Bobby is asleep, Lisa finds a phone in the house and tries to call someone. Before calling, she recalls a fight with her mom, where Lisa asked if she knew what was happening at her grandmother's house. Her mom warned her that if she did anything, it could be worse, and she should be content with what she had. Remembering this, Lisa hesitates, and Bobby wakes up and catches her. Lisa quickly says she was trying to check on her sick dad, which makes Bobby pity her and let her go. Lisa recalls her sister's advice never to give up, no matter what happens. One day, when Bobby is with Lisa again, she praises him and promises she won't tell anyone if he lets her go, even offering to be his girlfriend willingly. Impressed by her words, Bobby decides to release her. Meanwhile, the Florida Police Department learns about a serial criminal who has harmed 16 girls in the past 6 months. Bobby sees the news and thinks it's the right time to let Lisa go, as the police won't prioritize her case over the bigger one. They haven't seen his face and can't identify him. Bobby takes Lisa in his car to drop her at a park, but changes his mind and plans to harm her. Lisa pleads that she's a young girl willing to be his girlfriend and take care of him if he lets her go. Moved by her words, Bobby tells her to describe him as a short, fat black man if the police ask. He then leaves her at the park and drives away. Lisa runs home and tells her grandmother she was taken but managed to escape. Her grandmother takes it lightly and informs Inspector Lokesh that Lisa is home. Lokesh doesn't believe her and wants to hear her story. Lisa explains everything that happened, but no one believes her. They argue that if she was harmed, there should be marks on her body, and if her hands and legs were free, why didn't she resist? Lisa explains that Bobby was armed and threatened her, so she had to comply. Despite her explanation, the police think she's seeking media attention or imagining things from watching too much TV. Fortunately, Detective Larry and his team, who were investigating the serial criminal, were present at the station. They realize Lisa's detailed description matches their suspect. Larry meets Lisa, who is sitting quietly, and shows her a photo of his daughter to make her feel comfortable. He asks Lisa to recount her experience, and she describes Bobby's black car with a cover, the 22 stairs in his house, and his left-handedness. Larry believes her details and starts investigating, confirming her story by calling Lisa's home, where Boris answers, pretending to be her father. Larry learns about Boris and arrests him after Lisa reveals the truth. Detective Larry and his team become more serious about the case, suspecting the same serial criminal they've been searching for. They send Lisa's clothes for forensic analysis, confirming that the traces match those of other victims. With this evidence, they are convinced they are after the right man. They take Lisa to the location where Bobby left her, and she guides them to a gas station where he refueled his car. Checking the gas station's camera, they find Bobby's image matching Lisa's description. They create posters and start tracking him. A police officer spots Bobby outside a theater and takes his photo under the pretext of investigating a theft report. Showing the photo to Lisa, she identifies him, leading the officers to his house with 22 stairs and finding Lisa's fingerprints and hair left as evidence. The police intensify their search, and Bobby is finally caught outside a theater. Detective Larry informs Lisa about his capture, earning her applause from the entire police department for helping bring justice to the other victims. Lisa decides not to return to her grandmother's house, wanting to start a new life. Her aunt contacts the police to take her in, apologizing for not knowing what Lisa went through and promising to take care of her. Lisa thanks Detective Larry, who is moved to tears. She sends a note to her mom, saying, "Mom, you always said I didn't deserve a good life, but you were wrong." Her mom realizes her mistake. Lisa's younger sister joins her, and Lisa embarks on a new journey. The movie ends by revealing that Bobby was sentenced to death, and years later, Lisa becomes a police officer. This true story shows Lisa's determination to fight for justice and never give up. I hope you enjoyed this explanation. Please comment on your thoughts about the video. If you like such videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in another exciting video. Until then, take care.